it's your girl Jay and welcome to Daily Dose, where today, you better catch because we're throwing shade. EXO The Departure Part 3 star Taeyeon recently solidified his newly solo status with the release of his first solo mini-album, Taeyeon. Now, while the songs are pretty good and his hidden singing ability was quite a surprise, the bulk of the attention is being placed on his song lyrics, in particularly the track One Heart, in which he sings, "I've wasted my time, I can't turn back the time to the past. I don't want to think about that anymore. One love, where? I tried to find it, but I couldn't find anything. Was the truthful heart for the truthful heart? Was it the truth? Where is it? Where is it? Forget what's past." And the track Taeyeon that includes the line, "I trust my endurance, I trust my decision. Once I left, I learned what freedom was. When I left, I learned why I came back." Now, many are speculating that these lyrics are in reference to the time Taeyeon spent as a member of EXO. Now, this is leaving many EXO outraged, feeling that Taeyeon should be more grateful for the fame given to him by being a former member of EXO. So I read the lyrics and honestly, it does kind of seem like EXO. Like it's talking about EXO. It does, I'll admit that. Now, the thing is, I feel like I don't get Taeyeon. Like, I don't understand Taeyeon. He was one of the most vocal about his dissatisfaction and the betrayal he felt when Chris left EXO in May last year. And he's also one of the ones who's always talking about his love for EXO and EXO-L. So for him to not only leave the way he did, but to be throwing, subtle shade at EXO, it kind of doesn't add up. It kind of makes me side-eye him. That being said, for the people who are giving him hate, I feel like it's not even worth it. Come on, guys. Not only will the hate start fan wars, but honestly, what will you get out of it? As long as Taeyeon has a dedicated fan base, he's going to do well. I mean, he's already sold 400,000 copies of his album. Hating on him won't make EXO any more popular, won't make Taeyeon any less popular. So let's just leave it as Taeyeon's no longer a part of EXO, and we all just have to move on. So good luck to both sides, and I really hope that fans won't take this too personally and can slowly start the process of seeing and accepting EXO as OT9. For now. Moving on to some plagiarism news, because that's always fun. So the song that I personally thought was the song of the summer, Crush's Oasis, has recently been under plagiarism accusations due to its similarity with the song Awkward by Eric Bellinger. Now, I listened to both of the songs. There's a lot of comparison videos out there, and I will admit, as much as I love this song, and as much as I get my life to it, I twerk to it, it goes up in the club on Tuesday, it does seem very plagiarized. But in his defense, and I'm not trying to be open, didn't mean it, a lot of R&B songs sound like that. But they did have a striking resemblance to each other, to the point where I was like, yeah, this is probably plagiarized. However, lucky for Crush, the guy who wrote the song doesn't think so. After noticing all the comparisons going on, Eric took to his Twitter basically saying that although he sees similarities, he doesn't think that Oasis is plagiarized. So I guess it's not, right? Now it's just really, really funny because although he says that, and that means he's not gonna take any legal action, which means Crush is basically safe. Hey girl, yes it is. Like what? Those songs sound exactly alike. Like, are we all supposed to just accept now that they're two different totally songs just because he says so? I mean, like I said, Crush is basically in the clear now when it comes to any legal troubles, but that doesn't mean that, there's not something weird going on here. Now, what this really reminds me of is back in 2009 when G-Dragon came out with his first solo single, Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker was basically a carbon copy of a song called Right Round by American rapper Flo Rida. Now, it was clear, there was no discrepancies. These songs were super similar, from the background instrumental to the way that G-Dragon and Flo Rida rap. But all of a sudden, Flo Rida comes out of nowhere saying that there's no plagiarism issues here, and then all of a sudden, Flo Rida and G-Dragon are BFFs, and they have sleepovers and get pedicures done at the salon together on Tuesdays. Now, on that case, everyone was pretty clear on what probably happened. It's no surprise that both G-Dragon and YG have a lot of money, so they probably paid off Flo Rida to drop any plagiarism claims. So I don't think it's far-fetched to assume that Crush and his company just paid off Eric to say that. And if that's the case, well, if Eric's getting paid and he doesn't have a problem with it, we can't really have a problem with it either. I just personally think it's pretty ridiculous to deny the fact that Oasis is a carbon copy of Awkward. So last but not least, I'm actually gonna introduce a new segment. So I've noticed that a lot of the news I get when it comes to K-pop concerns Instagrams. So I decided to add a little segment to Daily Dose called the Instagram Chronicles. So for first story in the Instagram Chronicles, it's apparently Jessica threw some shade at Taeyeon. So a while back, successful businesswoman Jessica Jung uploaded a picture to her Instagram of her superior side profile with the caption, "What goes around comes around, karma, sweet dreams." Now, even though this humble queen without a crown was wishing us good night, that part was ignored for the whole message about karma. Many were speculating that the karma message was actually for Taeyeon, who has been recently receiving an influx of hate and negative online articles. Now, for those of you who are wondering why Jessica would randomly single out Taeyeon, before Jessica was kicked out of Girls' Generation, it was basically speculated throughout the K-pop fandom that Jessica and Taeyeon have had a strained relationship since 2010, although the reason for them being at odds is unknown. Thus, a lot of people assume that one of the strongest influences in Jessica's removal from SNSD was Taeyeon. Now, even though Taeyeon's the leader, I doubt she has that much say in who gets to be in the group, so I kind of don't believe that. But I thought it necessary to just mention it so you understand what all these speculations are coming from. Anyway, I think this is a load of bull. Jessica and SNSD have both moved on from each other, and at this point I feel like it's only bitter fans from both sides and journalists looking for some clickbait who keep associating them with each other to stir up trouble. If anything, the statement may be about the influx of haters that her younger sister Crystal has been receiving on her Instagram ever since her intimate photo shoot with EXO's Kai and SHINee's Taemin. Or, and this is probably the most reasonable option, she just wanted to be like Fake Deep so she could show you the picture. People do all the time. Post weird, introspective quotes just so they can post a cute selfie without feeling pain. So that's it for today's stories, but as always, guys, I want to ask you what you think. Do you think the lyrics of Tao's new songs were aimed at EXO? And if so, do you find his actions childish, or do you just see it as a songwriter pouring his heart into his music? Are you kind of like me and you're a bit surprised at how Crush's plagiarism accusations ended and are kind of suspecting some under the table deals? And last but not least, the Instagram Chronicles. Do you think Jessica was throwing Taeyeon shade? Let me know down below. And if you liked the video, make sure to like the video. If you love the video, make sure to share the video. And don't forget, if you want to see more of me, I'm on Twitter, Tumblr, Blogspot, Instagram. So that's it for this episode, and see you next time on Daily Dose. Bye.